Call the
This
meeting to
conference
order.
will now be recorded.
I will call the meeting to order. Are there any additions or corrections to the agenda? There is no Kurt, so.
He's Kurt tonight.
Okay. Any additions or corrections to the agenda? Okay.
None that I'm aware of.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's passed. The meeting minutes from January 17th.
Only thing I can see in the restaurant part, it says $10,000 a year for 5 years or a lump sum of $50. I just happened to see it. I guess I'll take the 10,000 a year.
Didn't see it going that way.
I never catch anything, so I was glad I did.
I told my friend every time you guys were reading.
That was funny.
Any other corrections or changes? Is there a motion to approve the minutes with the noted
Motion to
change?
approve it with the call out and correction.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion's passed. Monthly financial report and accounts payable.
You want this to do that?
Just a couple of interesting spellings of David's and my first names.
Byron?
Nothing to be changed, though. It doesn't affect anything.
Doesn't look like there's anything out of the norm.
I make a motion we approve the January 31st, 2024 monthly cash sheet.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. No public hearings, old business, billboard costs. Looks like he's been in contact with a couple of different companies. So there's really only prices for one, correct? Is anybody seeing something
Well, I
different?
think this is,
Oh, this is the other
this
one.
must be the other one. Again, I've got no background on what this
Not
even
either
is,
of them.
so.
Okay.
Apparently location makes a big difference in price.
Coming from north or south? And how far away do we want it?
we can assume that these are available ones.
Oh, they say available.
Oh, down here. Okay, thank you. Just read a little bit more.
In my mind, we'd either want it like Pine Island area coming from that way, or a little bit north as a border coming this way.
I think it'll take me a little bit to digest this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand all what I'm seeing, but it seems to me if you have a billboard coming southbound and hit the people coming from the cities, a lot of people from Rochester know about Zumbrota already. Maybe we could attract a few in from the metro.
So these are all facing south. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need anybody Pine Island facing south.
Is Kurt kind of the lead on this one?
I have no idea what this even is.
Must be.
This is news to me, so, yeah, I mean, I don't even know, how did it come up?
Explain it to us.
Information anyway.
Do we need
Can
a
think
vote
about
to
it
table it? No. We can just table it until,
unless
next
someone
one.
makes a motion.
yeah, I think this is just a lot to look at.
So the diagrams inside the agenda package are just where they are for these different
Yeah, two
companies.
different companies.
Yeah, that's a different company than what we're looking at here.
Because there's Blue Line Media, and then also Regan, right?
I don't know what one this one is for. I would assume it's Megan.
This must be, I know Miranda was looking for those numbers. Did you get one of these, Miranda?
Yeah, I think the first one that has the price list, I'm understanding that yeah, like those are the great.
This is,
That's, yeah, just the map location, not that map, I think is the Reagan one.
this one.
And that one,
Yeah. I can tell by one of the pictures that it's got the Reagan logo at the bottom of it.
sure.
I have a contact who works for them, I think. Like, he used to work for Habitat. Let me talk to him.
We will table this for next meeting. And we'll go to 6B, Brian Grudem, magazine information.
Yes, let's wrap this last time. The Business View magazine, they had contacted me, and I think I had mentioned it a couple of meetings ago. And so I've been kind of holding them off to figure out exactly, do a little work on who they are. And there's a lot of readership. So I finally got emails out to some local bigger businesses here in town. I've met with one, Monier out at the Car Mosaic. He committed to a quarter of a page. And then my contact with the magazine discounted the silver level down to $2,500. So that would be, it's a half page ad, full color, paragraph. And so a quarter of a half a page is what Monier would be interested in. The bank contacted me with $500. And then I haven't heard back from the other ones yet, so I'll reach back out to see if we can come up with the rest of the dollars. Otherwise, we might need, I don't know if you authorized any dollars for this.
We just had to go forward with it. I
Go
think.
forward with it. Because, a lot of times the EDA will participate in the cost sharing, depending on what we need. Right now we're at, 1125, so, and you still need to get closer to the $2,500, but if we need to make up $300-400 to get there, is that worth it for the EDA to? Maybe nothing, I don't know, but, and I don't know what the EDA would put on there. We probably wouldn't even have anything on there, we'd just be kind of in the article itself.
I think we should have something with our the city logo and
Yeah.
our website and
Just incorporate it in there, sure.
something like that, I would think.
Yep. So we will be in the April issue now.
Okay.
Unless I can hold him off another month while I wait to hear back from more. He's been very gracious in holding things off for us. And that would involve, they want to interview someone from the EDA chair, maybe, I don't know. But whoever would want to, I'm just kidding. Probably the mayor and a couple others. And, you had examples before that I had brought. They do a nice article. Farmington was in a previous one with, I think they did innovation and something like that. So, it looks like a reputable magazine. There's a lot of readership. Good way to get out there. And it can't hurt to have a article written about, Zimbrota, one of the best managed cities, under 10,000 people, Minnesota edition. That's a testament to the staff. What they did was he went out and looked online and talked to people and gathered information about various communities and decided that he wanted to contact us.
So what is the silver total now?
Well, it's 2,500 and we've got 1125, so we need
Okay.
13.
Would
Whatever
it
it
be
is.
more than that if Monier's paying half? So that would be.
Well, Monier wanted a quarter,
Oh,
so of whatever level that we went with. He'll support whatever level we go with, is what he said. So basically, it would be 625 per quarter.
And we only have one person committed to that, but the bank has,
But just got an email today that they would commit $500.
okay, but that doesn't get them a full quarter, you're saying?
I don't know how it'll shake out. That's why I'm thinking that, we'll have to subsidize some.
We probably didn't understand.
No, they probably did, because
So
I
think
just
we
got
could
the
go
email.
back and-
Should I send it back and say, hey, Chris,
In order to
I
get,
just got an email from my contact, Al, earlier today, and then I got the email from the bank, so I hadn't had a chance.
I think you can just clarify that. I think that'll
How
Makes
many
sense.
other businesses do you have contacts out with? It's really, we would only need 2 more, correct?
Yeah, well, DFA, Steve Johnson, somebody else, there were 5.
How much do we have to collect yet?
Well, half. So
Half, yeah.
really,
So if we had,
1250?
yeah, 1,250. Yep.
I'll get you $500.
We'll do 625, so we split it in quarters.
and then you get that quarter of a,
You get a quarter of a half a page. And it's like, again, the readership.
Or we could pay for, so we could have our logo on the bottom of it.
Yeah, maybe we
Do
just,
that. So if you're
If-
500, it'd be okay.
if the EDA chips in, $300 or
Just to
something,
have our-
because it sounds like they'll kind of mix and match and split it. So, and then I'll go back to Manir and just say it's 500.
Did you talk to the water filter
I
company?
didn't. No, I should.
That
I
might
was
be
trying to
good
think one day and
distribution for
get them
them.
out. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe we can get to the gold level.
No, I'm
Keep
saying
talking
on Terry's, if he gives us 500, then there's $125 worth of ad space for us.
Yes. And
Yeah.
if the bank goes with 500, there's 250 there.
Right, we could have a little bit more room or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But
And then we can
try to get
and
the
if-
625.
But is there but the EDA is okay with, because I'll probably have to move on this before, or at least get the article going.
Yeah, we'll have to make a motion with however much dollars we're willing to contribute, I guess.
Well, it
If
would
any.
be, could say not to exceed a number.
625, which is a quarter.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get it, but
No, I'm pretty confident. Trying to decide if I'm gonna tell Steve that Monier did it or not. I don't want to pressure Steve, but.
well, I would, he would.
Yeah.
He's got thick skin, he's a car salesman. Every time he comes to the thing, he tries to get free liquor. It just cracks me up.
Well, thank you, Terry, and yeah, Monier, and the bank.
Very nice. So I'll make a motion to approve going forward with the magazine article. And the EDA would be willing to pay up to $625 to do so. Is that a
Is there
good
a
motion?
second?
Second.
Did you say
625. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's passed.
Thank you.
New business, architect at UCC on February 6th.
Memo here on that?
Hours, and you'll be getting more information back at your next meeting.
Okay,
There's a motion,
no, I don't think there's anything there. Information. EDAM membership dues.
Do we have a budget line item for dues?
right? We paid it last year, so I'm sure it's put in there again for this year.
We never got that. In that EDA, we never got the full breakdown. I'm pretty sure there's a.
I just hope that there is sort of like our advertising budget or something, or promotions budget.
So yeah,
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve the membership dues, subject to verification that there's a line item in the budget for that.
As dues, and I want to say $1,000.
Yeah. And that would be perfect if that's what it is.
He also included on here that we need a vote yes or no to continue, so I would assume that that would include your.
Yes.
Is all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. And then part C, it just says there were plaques for 3 new businesses: Zumbrota Tobacco Incorporated, Nature's Grind Coffee Company, and Be Free Integrative Counseling and Bodywork. They will be delivered next week.
Yes, and should probably ask if anybody wants to be with, we've taken Todd with on some of those when we can get them there. We've had the newspaper take a picture at some of those. It's been a long time though. They haven't really been interested in coming out for that.
if you could have a picture taken, I'm sure they would put it in.
Sure.
Yeah, they
Somebody
just submit
take
it,
one.
but.
Yep. So if anybody
they
wants
have a ton
to
of-
go with when we do that, you're certainly welcome.
I would love to, but I will be out of town. So if somebody else wants to represent the EDA,
When you doing it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, you could call me and see if I'm available.
Okay, yeah, whoever's interested, we can just get a hold of you. I'll talk with Kurt tomorrow, I won't be here tomorrow, got a funeral, but I'll talk to Kurt on Friday and we'll figure out a time next week, maybe.
What is Be Free Integrative Counseling and Bodywork? You know?
Robin Thronekill. She took Dave Zimmerman's office in that building, where he had his office in his building.
Oh, there, okay.
She's a masseuse and
Oh, great.
good gal. She lives above the theater down in our.
See, I can use some body work, so.
Okay.
Great gal.
I saw that Dave had moved his office to
I saw
the
the sign,
cabin.
but I didn't know that it was massage.
Great.
Any other reports?
I have one, I don't know if Fred spoke to you or not, but we might as well report it because, so Fred Rash had saw that the UCC was being looked at as a community center. And he likes the idea of Zumbrota getting a community center, whether it's a senior center or what have you, but seems very eager to kind of be a champion for that cause. The reason he talked to me about it was because of the bank building and thought that maybe that would have some merit to be used as a community center.
Brian, I'm sorry, the what building?
The bank building.
Bank building.
Downtown
Sorry.
bank
Yep,
building.
got it, okay.
Okay, so I mentioned to him that we had gotten a grant to have this study done and hoped that that study could not be specific to UCC, but be more of how does the community operate a community center and those types of things. So I just kind of said, let's see how that study comes out. And hopefully that study can be used for multiple properties. If UCC isn't what we decide to use for a community center, maybe it's for something else. So just wanted to.
I think that grant was 5,000, wasn't it? Yeah. And the architectural was 3,500.
Up
Up to 3,500.
Yeah.
So it might be monies.
So that's just, the hope was that it wouldn't be so specific to the UCC building, but that it would be more broad and give us some idea how the community could fund it without EDA or the city having to, spend money on it. So I don't know if that's just a dream or not, but that's what hopefully we'll find out.
I guess we need to ask how the grant was written to make sure.
I just wanted to make sure that Fred's voice was being heard.
Is there any update on Nelson's, the drive-through?
Yes. Not a good update, but they were denied again. My understanding is it's got something to do with they need to be at 70 degrees when they come out of the turn. They need to be at 70 degrees within 20 feet or 20 feet from the curb line. And they can't get that hardly with any vehicles, because I was hoping they could open it for cars. But I talked to Nick Ankeny, the general contractor, and he has had an architect working on this stuff. And I said, you need to get yourself an engineer that speaks engineer that can talk with Jess at the county. Jess is trying as well to figure out how it could possibly work. A lot of it is precedence on a county road, got to be careful, just like planning commission, what we look at. It's just a tight spot. So they had called ahead of time and Jess told them, get an application in here. There might be some issues, and it just got away and kept going. So that's how we got where we are. But yeah, the update is, they're not going to allow it. Whether that means they have to move it to the front of the building or try some other arrangement, or, I know they're going to get an engineer because Mick called Bill Angerman to ask about that. Bill said, well, I can't do it. I'm the city engineer. So once they have an engineer, maybe the engineers can get together and come up with some way to make it work. But right now it's going to be just a walk-in. And I've heard it's going pretty well. A lot of people going in there, so. Still trying though. I just talked to Jess again yesterday. I had a meeting with MnDOT and Goodhue County about the potential overpass just north of town. coming up.
Is that gonna be coming soon?
Well, what is soon for an overpass, you know,
Well, we've been
that's.
talking about it for like 10 years, so that's soon to
It's still-
them,
it's still a
but is
baby.
it gonna be
Yeah.
another
It's
10
only been 10
years
years.
or?
Yeah, I don't, hopefully not. So right now, you know, the studies have been done. I was part of the Pell group that did that. Yeah, it'll be 7 or 165th. So it'll be a full interchange. I don't think we'll get the overpass from the covered bridge across. But hopefully it can remain right in, right out, the arrangement that it has now. Yeah, now it's a matter of finding funding to move it forward. Goodhue County, there's a transportation few days or something out in DC, Washington DC, coming up in September, that they are going to go to, the county representatives, to talk about, and they're going to start planting the seed for federal dollars for this overpass, given the impact it would have in the area as far as crossing there and farming equipment crossing and all that good stuff. So they're going to start planting that seed, but the wheels of government turn pretty slow.
Above or
So,
below the new hyper tunnel thing that they want to put in?
oh,
Where
yeah,
this one will fall?
I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So long story short, I talked to Jess down there about the drive-through, and yeah, they can't get
I didn't
there.
think they were gonna let them do it. Maybe they can
You
figure it
can,
out.
you can get out of there with a truck. An F-150, you can drive through and make the turn without getting into the other lane. So I thought, oh, well, that's good enough, right?
How do they look at it for if you were to merge into traffic? If you were to go the other way, for example, if you could somehow,
Just going one way out.
would they allow a merger? Well,
Cross traffic
Yeah.
or,
Not really.
well, the thing is, you need to restrict it going the other way because people are going to turn right. And you have to make it so that they cannot. Well, there's no way to really make it where they can't turn right. Then they'll go around a barricade and then try to turn right, and then they will be in the other lane. So, but there might be an opportunity to go around the building and come out on Third.
trucks so hard.
It would be a logistic nightmare in the morning
I was just thinking they
for
should
the
get
loading dock.
a robotic arm to stick it through the passenger side over to the driver.
Yes. Yeah, you can come the other way. I know.
Be ingenious
I was
and
talking
come
to
up with
Elizabeth
something.
Howard this morning, this afternoon, we came back from the Capitol, and she said that. I said, well, go in the other way, but, so far,
Probably not a
no.
dumb idea. I think it could be done.
The bank, you know, we have tubes that get you to the.
I thought about vacuum, but I don't know about
Too
that.
tough.
I don't know if that works very well with they'd have to seal their cups a little better.
Once they have an engineer, and then they can
Yeah.
work on it a little bit more and see, just to see what they can do. You know, to me, it's got to do, the curb back is one thing, but the drive lane is out there quite a ways. If they could let go of the curb, the back of the curb, and look at the drive lane, they're probably there. Because nobody's driving, you can see where the drive lane is, especially right now with the sand. There's no sand in the drive lane, and all the sand is on the side, so. But when I was enforcing code, I was more intent than letter of the code. Engineers aren't, not that way, usually.
It's too bad they couldn't provide a temporary use of it or temporary permit to see how it does, you know, see how it does flow. See how many issues, right?
Yeah, we'll keep trying. I'll keep trying to help them out from a city standpoint too, as far as ideas and so.
They have the back room, they were doing it today in the
Yes.
back.
Yep, they were stocking it yesterday when I was in there too. All the coolers back there.
Yeah, it must be for milk and stuff like
Yep, they're
that.
moving all that back there. Yeah, that's the back part. I think the beer part, liquor part is from there on up
Yeah, in the front.
the front.
But I didn't know what they were using that room for, but it's all refrigeration.
Yep, all enclosed refrigeration and millions of dollars on those things. They're expensive as heck. So,
Any other discussion? Questions? We shall adjourn.
Seems like, no, it's going well.